Hey, how are you doing today, sir?
Hey, I'm doing all right.
Doing all right?
Doing all right.
Did you make it here okay?
Oh yeah, the dang traffic out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I got
That's
here.
crazy.
Got here.
Yeah. Well, my name's Joshua Sandler. I work for Tri-County Services. I'd just like to thank you for coming in today. What's your name?
My name's Mike. Yeah, Mike Briggs.
Mike Briggs. Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Can you just explain a little bit why you are coming in today?
So yeah, pretty much. My relationship with my parents is really bad. We clash heads all the time. They've always just kind of had a very selfish look when it comes to our relationship. They never really think about me, and that's affected me a lot. I feel like throughout the years, but especially now that I'm in college and I'm starting to do a lot of new things, and they just kind of, I don't know, they're not supportive. And it just makes everything a lot harder for me. So my friend who's seen you guys, Justin, I don't know if you were his counselor, but he recommended me to stop by and check it out. So
Okay.
decided to set up an appointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're coming in to see me for that. Just a couple of things. I have to talk about confidentiality. Anything you say will be between you and I, except unless you have the plans to carry out harm on yourself or on others. So those are the only things that I would have to disclose to my case manager and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds good.
All right. Well, from what you just told me, it sounded like I was sensing a sense of just being forgotten in a way by your family members. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, like ever since I was a little kid, I mean, they've been there to kind of guide me a little bit, but it's never really been that, like, I see all my friends with their parents and the connection they've had. I've never really had that connection. And on my 18th birthday, my dad looked me in the eyes and he said, "Mike, you're 18 now and you're no longer my responsibility." And he pretty much was just kind of like, get out of the house. I'm tired of paying for you, things like that. So that's kind of where that stems from, I guess. It's just
Right.
Yeah.
So this is more of a recent occurrence rather than all throughout your life?
Well, throughout my life, they were never really that supportive. But recently, I decided to go to college. I've always had pretty good grades in school. When my parents weren't around, I kind of just turned to doing my schoolwork and hanging out with friends and stuff. So I've done pretty well. So I decided to come to college, and college is very expensive, and there's a lot of new things that I'm doing, and my parents just aren't there for me, aren't supportive. I'm trying to get a job over here so I can pay for my things I need to buy, and they were like, don't even want to answer my questions, or I don't know, it's just really difficult.
Yeah. Well, grades are really important. I'm glad to hear that you're doing very well in that aspect. So are you an only child?
Well, kinda. I have a stepbrother he's actually kind of a problem child, and he's always getting in and out of trouble. And I feel like a lot of the stress that he's put on my parents is directed towards me. So I'm kind of an only child.
Okay. So I'm sensing you feel sort of victimized by your stepbrother's actions.
Yeah, it's almost like because he's doing something wrong, they just expect me to be in the same boat. And yeah.
Right. So you feel like they're just kind of grouping you together rather than treating you as equal individuals.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that may be where a lot of the stress comes from, because I try my best in all I do. I work really hard, and my parents just don't seem to recognize it or appreciate it.
Yeah, it's really good that you work hard, and that's a very valid skill that you'll need to if you want to continue pursuing college. What are some things that you do to combat the stress that you keep bringing up?
Yeah, well, I've gotten really involved in the health and wellness club at my school. I'm really into just lifting weights and just working on my body. I guess I kind of feel like if I'm going to be mad and I'm going to want to, let out some rage, I might as well do it in a progressive way. So
right.
That's always been a really good outlet for me.
Okay. Yeah, so stress normally affects you, kind of raises your blood pressure, I'm assuming, and makes you a little bit more angry than usual.
Yeah, it definitely does. Some nights I'll just be going to bed and I'll just have a really hard time getting to sleep. Just so much going on in my mind with my parents, and I just don't really know how to relieve those thoughts. I don't know, like, what kind of actions I should take towards my parents, I guess. Relationally.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely plenty of ways for you to combat that stress. Would you like to schedule some more meetings so we can discuss some of those ways to combat the stress and other ways to deal with your relationship with your parents and your stepbrother, perhaps?
Yeah, I think that would be good for me. Just getting out some of this, I guess, frustration and talking to somebody. It's really helped.
That's great.
So far.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, great. I hope to see you here again. I'll set you up with our advisor, and we'll schedule an appointment as soon as we can.
All right. Well, thank you, Josh.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
You have a great day.
You too.